That is why. So that tomorrow we know there's 3 hands and there's constitution that will check everybody. See, you are telling me the corona law. I'm telling you now, the corona law. We as given Baba Mohbad or an individual participating in this corona to request a refresh corona.
That is a
constitutional
right. That does not exist anywhere. Baba Mohbad
is a constitutional right to establish. He's telling me that the police will not let us remove emotion. What do you mean by emotion? I'm telling you constitution. I'm telling you constitution now.
Hold on, sir. Okay. Let me land. For separation of power. I just said taking land. For separation of power. This is how it will work in Mohbad case. The executive is the prosecutor, which is the state. All to Supreme Court, they will prosecute this case. Now, how do they now check? They will take the case to the appeal court and to the Supreme Court, depending on those who are charged, if they are not satisfied with the judgment. Now, when you talk about check and balances, that's where separation of power comes in. Separation of power has nothing to do with Mohbad case, because who is prosecuting the state versus who is indicted? Separation of power has to do with legislative checking the judiciary checking the executive. Judiciary kò sí kan tó kọ legislative pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad, kò sí kan tó kọ executive pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad. It is state versus who has been indicted, and that's why I don't know. I state that if Baba Mohbad, a party that is not satisfied, can use his constitutional rights to request a fresh inquest. Is that not the law? Is that not the constitution that's checking both of them?
Oh yeah, Lord, she said.
So is it not the constitutional right? Is that not their constitutional right? Is it not the constitutional right to go to court?
Mr.
Is it not the constitutional right?
Another corona inquest, because why would the court say? What the court will say that if they are not satisfied with judgment, go to court.
Is that not constitutional right of Baba Mohbad?
They will tell you go to court.
Is that not his constitutional right?
No, it's not about Mohbad or anybody. It's about
what are you saying?
Bayo please mute.
Okay, sir.
Senator Bayo, what I want to say is this. You see, I still stand on the position. All these check and balances, whatever. I don't want to go to that, despite having at least knowledge about how it operates. But the fact is this: don't expect the inquest to complement the police said investigation. They can have another thing. It doesn't matter either they are being paid by same government. Government is the one paying police, the one even paying the prison to look after criminals. So everybody will do their job and submit whatever without prejudice. Whatever they think it's okay for the matter they handle. We have seen in this country, INEC will conduct election and matter will be taken to court. The court will never say INEC has not done anything. They will put their rulings on what they found out, not discrediting INEC at the court. They won't. They will not. So expecting that either police, the inquest will say, police, you have fumbled, police, you have done useless job. No. They will make their recommendation without insulting or embarrassing the police. So don't let us say because police has done their investigation.
Gracie, please make it. Gracie, sir, I want to ask you a question, sir. Now, based on what Mr. Senator Bayo has said, right? If eventually they go back to the inquest, and at the end of the day, CY was cross-examined, and in the course of the line of questioning, they asked her based on the evidences of two people that said there were fights. And she vehemently said there was no fight. And Spendi was called back to say, you said there was a fight. Prambe was called back to say, and in their own cause assassination, they admitted that there was a fight, and they made it known that there are words and a picture of
criminal court doesn't matter evidence. Criminal court doesn't matter evidence.
Okay, now you have to MFM can come mute if any constant. Share the mute for boy. So at the end of the day, after back and forth at the Corona court, right, it was established that there was a fight, and the CY did not mention that fight. So in that regard, so because of the fact that the police did not register a fight, the Corona court will not register the fight. If there are evidences to that regard.
Well, let me see.
Or if the CCTV happened to start working, eventually there's an evidence that CCTV exists. So because the police said the CCTV is not working, does it mean that the Corona Code law will not recommend that CCTV is working? Based on
No. Ask me a question. Let me answer, please. Now, you see, it's just a mere mouth-washing assumption. What the police has done, they have done their own job. Inquest is doing their own job separately without any police interference. If they are doing the same job, the IPO will not be called. The IPO will not be called to come and give account of the IPO will not be called. They wouldn't have called the IPO to come and give account of killing Goto, Afegbon Goto. Let us even cross-examine you and hear from your mouth what really happened. If they are to compliment, they are to go along with the police. They will just do it on a peripheral and then base their own finding. They will circle their finding around what the police said. So it's a wrong assertion to say or to think that the police has
Mr. President, I think what people will do is that they will say in addition, they will add to what the police did to their own investigation. They will add in addition. They will not remove
addition is a change. Addition is a change. If you have $1,000 and you earn another $200, you join it. It's no longer 1,000. It is 1,2. It has changed your account.
But they will not remove. But it will not be removed. They will not force the police report. They will never do that.
Nobody's forcing anybody. Senator Bayo, nobody's forcing anybody. They will not say it. They will make their recommendation.
The people will now look into the credibility of the process.
Of both of them. They will look at the of both of them. Both of the investigation.
They might pick from the inquest and pick from the police as well.
And they might not even pick the police. They might use the inquest alone.
They might use anyone. You see, even the DPP will trust the inquest more than the police. Because
even them complain.
The DPP is a branch of judiciary.
You go back, the DPP, they've never neglected the police findings. And
they only order the police. So
get it now.
Additional investigation.
And forever. Those that has been suspended by the police, they will be charged to court on the 100%. And if there is any additional findings, it's a quick burial of Mohbad. Oh, you can't people come go into that skinny man.
Chief Justice of Nigeria.
Gracie. Now let me say this, sir. You understand? Just like you said earlier, there will be an addition. It's not that the DPP. It's not that the DPP or the magistrate of the Corona finding. It's not that they will totally write off the police, right? Everybody will submit their own recommendation. The DPP will take a critical look. You understand? They will take a critical look based on their constitutional job. When they take a look, they will add charges. The police already charges are made. The PPP might eventually instruct the police to investigate in another angle, which was not included on the submitted recommendation. You understand? See, what the
police will now come up with a report that will contradict the preliminary report?
Okay. Let us wait till then. Why are you having this negative vibe of you think? No. While I don't converse, we are doing conversation.
If you
are just sharing our ideas.
Nobody is trying to
if I want justice to be, I want, yes, sir, I understand you. I want, see, for the fact that the DPP is asking the police to take another dimension in their investigation, that means they've seen something that is not too clear. That alone has shown that that one is not clear. You understand? Okay. So for the fact,
Mr. Bayo, if the coroner inquest says that the police should go further with a further investigation, do you think the police will not say, after we have done our investigation, we now discover that Brambo is no more a suspect? Do you think they will say that?
Depending on their level of investigation,
they will not contradict their people. They will only do addition. But they will never, those that are being indicted.
Okay.
Senator Bayo.
Senator Bayo. Senator Bayo.
Àwọn ẹni tí police has suspect. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ló ń charge lọ sí court.
Senator Bayo. Senator Bayo. So Prime Boy's lawyer will hold his hand. Senator Bayo, so Prime Boy's lawyer will hold his hand, right? And allow the police. That's what I'm telling you. Do you know why? Senator Bayo, let me tell you something. Do you know why the police officer is coming back to the inquest? Do you know why he's coming back to the inquest?
Who is coming?
Do you know why the police officer is coming back to the inquest?
Police officer is not coming back to the inquest.
Senator Bayo, do you know why the police officer is coming back to the inquest?
Police officer will attend you where?
Senator Bayo, do you know why the police officer is coming back to the inquest?
Police officer will attend you where?
Senator Bayo. Do you know the police officer I'm talking about, Senator Bayo? Do you know the man I'm talking about? Why?
Eleni was not clear. Can you get more clear? Okay. I'm not weird there. I should not come over and call the phone. If you're coming for WhatsApp, because I don't use this phone.
With you, I don't want to interject you.
Well, I'm just telling you that is the reason. And you know, it is the Prime Boy's lawyer that requested that the police officer should come, and the request has been granted. So if you think that things will go out,
okay, sir. If he's coming, is he coming under trial or to expatiate why they don't feel their report, their investigation stand? Which one do you think is going to do?
When the lawyer is questioning that a police officer that investigated the case against his client, he's coming to testify and share more light on his based on his investigation. So that's how
do you think he's going to front his report?
It is not the only reason why he's coming back.
First question you help me to ask Bayo Billions. This first question you want to ask me.
You don't allow somebody to talk. Me and this man we are exchanging.
I want to ask you a question.
Don't ask me a question, brother. Please write it down in the comment section. Like this, see it. I see it. Senator Bayo, if the police officer has done a great job, right, and Prime Boy's lawyer is calling him back. And in the application he submitted, he wrote several reasons why the IPO should come back. That's why I'm telling you that. Do you know that the man is coming back? The application was granted.
Are you aware that Prime Boy? Are you aware that Prime Boy have written 2 different statements? Are you aware of that?
2 different statements. What do you mean 2 different statements? Investigative statement at the police station. The
first time that he wrote his statement before he got a lawyer, and when he got a lawyer, he changed his statement again. Are you aware of that one?
I don't believe that. Can you prove that to me, sir? Because when he was arrested, he was wait. The first time he was arrested was when he was declared wanted, and the moment he was going in, it was his lawyer that took him in. His lawyer took him in the first time he appeared at the police station. So make it clear to me, sir.
Prime Boy actually changed his statement. Go and investigate this and we'll meet again. Prime Boy changed his statement that the first statement he gave was under duress. That he is now wants to now make statements. Yes, there is. You can just check.
Senator Bayo.
Now let me now ask you,
what is the job of the IPO in this corona inquest? Is it to testify to the case? What is it coming to do? Mr. Bayo.
No, that's what I asked him. That's what I asked him, which I asked that, is he coming to contradict his investigation, or to lay more, or to expatiate and give evidence why this investigation they did is right? Because I can't find the police contradicting themselves. They will never be. The best they will do is to say to go to court and challenge them.
Senator Bayo,
that's what they're going to do.
Senator Bayo, you see,
Senator Bayo,
Mr. Bayo, let me close with this. Let me ask you a question. Let me close with it.
Senator Bayo, do you want to engage me, or do you want this guy to lead you to engage me? I don't understand. See, this is not my platform. I want to go down. I'm asking you. I'm telling you that I want to engage somebody. I'm telling you, since I've been standing here, I've said it several times. Why don't you look at it that what is the reason? Me and you, we are engaging, we are conversing. You are asking me questions. You've asked me 2 questions. You're asking me, you are the one assuming you are the one asking me a question. If a lawyer of Prime Boy,
and we'll close up.
If lawyer of Prime Boy is writing an application that he needs this police officer to come and establish 1 or 2 facts, and the magistrate of that corona inquest grant that application, or what grant did he grant that application, sir?
On the ground that Prime Boy requested for the IPO to come and explain probably the investigation did it, on why he was being indicted or probably being called suspects. Does that answer your question?
You see,
hello,
thank you for saying that. I'm talking to you now. I said thank you for saying that. When the lawyer that choose not to fold his hand, is coming to clarify, and in his application, he has written the reasons why this officer needs to come and answer questions. What more do you want me to answer you based on the police officer now?
Are you done with your question now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm done.
Now, and I ask you, what is justice to you after this whole process of justice for Mohbad? Hold on, sir. But it's down here. After the whole process of justice for Mohbad, what you said? No, but can I be
I asked you now that what do you think the police officer that has been requested to come to the inquest, what do you think the police officer is coming to do at the inquest? Based on the request.
I said that yes, I answered you. I said that he's coming to answer. He's coming to come and explain why was Prime Boy is suspect based on their investigation. I finally answered you.
Okay, thank you.
I've answered you.
So the lawyer has rights under the criminal law, right? Thank you. Okay, sir.
You said what? Yeah. He has the right.
Prime Boy's lawyer to do that.
That's what they call fair hearing. That's what they call fair hearing.
So you know that it is possible that the legal team of Prime Boy has some reasons and possibility of exonerating Prime Boy. It is possible at this inquest.
It is not possible. It is not possible.
If they can prove it, but I doubt.
Okay, so thank you for you doubting.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Doubting. Okay, now wait. Now let me finish. Let me finish that statement.
That is to
you say, thank God that you are doubting. Thank God you are doubting because for a lawyer to come, he are trying to establish.
The reason why I said I doubt. He's asking a reason. Because the police will not want to force their investigation. One, the first one to report to is the judge that will now give a judgment on it that, okay, based on what Prime Boy says and based on police reports, I think Prime Boy is not a suspect in this. Not the police discrediting their own reports. It's simple.
Okay, so now let me tell you one. Let me tell you one. Senator Bayo, let me tell you one.
Okay, you're asking a question. Let me ask you.
I said,
oh my God. Let me ask you a question.
There's one.
Hold on. Before you let me ask you.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me ask you a question now, Bayo. After this whole process and everything, what will you call justice has been done to this case? What will you call justice if after this whole thing has been done? Who do you think that if this person is not indicted, justice has not been done? That is my question for you now.
Okay, the answer, my own justice for Mohbad is unraveling the true cause of death of Mohbad and what led to his death. That is why we are here. It is not what happened after his death. It is what happened before he died. That is the true justice for Mohbad.
So it is not about a particular person that must be indicted, right? To you?
No. Particular person. Okay. Check, I did it when he died.
I noticed that now. So I think I'll be watching your
Senator Bayo. So that means that Bayo Billions is going to accept whatever the Nigerian police have done in their fight.
Exactly, that's why I asked that question.
You understand? Whatever the state will be charged, and what charge is jail terms. And when you're going to buy my agree because you buy on charges of for at the end.
So in case if a certain person is not mentioned by the police for prosecution, we will all accept that this is the justice we have been looking for.
Senator Bayo.
Thank you very much.
Senator Bayo.
We are done for today. Thank you. We see you guys next time.
Senator Bayo. Senator Bayo. See, let me make some things clear to you, sir.
1 o'clock now.
Let me make some things clear to you, sir. You see, when we're talking about justice for Mohbad, right? You see, nobody is saying this person is culpable. We're only asking the police to tell us exactly what happened before he died. Exactly. Not police coming to tell us that it was somebody that fought him 4 hours or 48 hours ago is the one that killed him, or somebody that came to inject. But during the process of the injection, why are there conflict of statements? Because I was trying to explain to you, there is a reason, part of the application, that Prime Boy's lawyer is using to bring the police officer back to the inquest. It is because of one or two things. One of it is a conflict of interest of the same police officer. A conflict of interest has been established in the case of.
Can you define that? Can you define that conflict of interest? What is the conflict of interest?
If you are following the case, you've established conflict of interest without me explaining it to you. You understand? It's simple.
No, I don't understand. I don't understand. I want to understand.
So what is conflict of interest?
Mr. Toba, let me leave you to engage about it. Let me mute. Let me engage about it. Thank you, sir.
Sorry now. Olúwa.
Ṣé Toba yẹn má dá Báyọ̀ bí lọ?
What I tell you because I don't understand why.
Mi ò mọ Báyọ̀ bí lọ sí mi ò mọ rí o.
It's okay, but I just feel the way the case is going, the states, because it's just like an example, see, INEC, Toba's election, you can never see federal government now bringing a witness against INEC. They will not do that. They will bring a witness that will support INEC election that was conducted. It is the other party that will now force the election that INEC.
Senator Bayo, can we proceed for the next 15 or 20 minutes without anybody interrupting us? Without you being interrupted or me being interrupted?
Okay, I'll be glad.
You'll be glad, right? You'll be glad, sir. Because we're talking right now. Somebody said, thank you very much. Good night, everybody. And I'm surprised the same person is back here interrupting and interjecting. And this is the person that has been calling, So you see, the reason why some people can never be engaged and people like us cannot have anything to do with some people is because of tabawu batati the system, so we know that some people are empty-head and they go around with uncertainty. You understand? So now, like I said, the reason why the police officer is coming, because I want you to understand something. The inquest is fact-finding, and the same police have said that they presented Prime Boy as the prime suspect. No, the nurse as the prime suspect, and Prime Boy as the fighter and the accomplice to the death of Mohbad. And Prime Boy's lawyer has virtually, in his law regard, in his law constitutional right, has been able to pick some errors in the way Prime Boy has been declared wanted, possibility of declared wanted, or the possibility of putting him as an accomplice to the death of Mohbad. Now, this application was written to the magistrate. The magistrate take a critical look at this application. Prayers were answered. Prayers were answered. You understand?
I'm listening.
So something came up. So the prayers were answered, and the prayers, part of the prayer is that there is a conflict. You see, I was telling you that. You see, some of us have.
Sorry, we have different conflict.
Yes, I'm going there. Understand? I said there is conflict, right? And I said it is in the public, but because some people just want to go with a different narrative or different narration because they belong to one school of thought, just one-way traffic, anyway the left is. And now I heard somebody saying, Olokpa is Agbemora, is not coming. This is somebody that the magistrate has said, we want you to come, a letter has been written, we want you to be present at the next inquest September 11 at 11 a.m. And somebody that does not have access to the application, that does not even know what was written in the application, is telling me, okay, now, when a petition was submitted against Prime Boy for bullying, cyber stalking, and threat to life, the petition was treated by a police officer, and this police officer happens to be ASP Mohammed Yusuf. This is the same police officer that is investigating the death of Mohbad, that has said Prime Boy is an accessory to murder. You understand? So Prime Boy wrote a counter petition in regard to the fact that this police officer has accused me as they did this, and he wrote a petition to the Zone 2.
Has been maligning my name.
Maligning, yes. He wrote a petition, and in the petition Prime Boy wrote, he put the police officer's name as threatening, maligning, and coercing me. The police officer was coercing Prime Boy to say some words in regard to the death of Mohbad. You understand? So now,
Okay, sir, can you just tell me the conflict of interest? Can you tell me the conflict? Because you are giving me a narration, which, no, hold on, Mr. Bayo, I understand all this
I've
narration.
established it.
Can you
establish it?
No, just go straight to the point.
I've established it now. It's right in your eyes. If a police officer that is treating this petition,
just mention what is conflict of interest.
Hold on, sir.
What is the conflict of interest you're talking about? I want to understand. Who are the invested interests that cause the conflict of interest? Hello?
Hold on, there will answer you. I've told you. I said once I don't want to be projected. So your brother will answer you.
When you use a choice
your
of
brother will answer you. Your brother will answer you.
It's
your
not
brother will answer you.
We are all brothers. We are brothers.
No, we are not brothers.
I met you. So
no, it's okay, sir. It's okay. Don't worry.
But the thing is, when you say conflict,
we might jam to talk about it some. We might talk about it some other time, sir. It's okay. We don't have to finish everything tonight.
It's okay, sir.
Why are you scared of it? Why are you scared of
Thank you very much. I appreciate your
my opinion. Why are you scared of it?
I think for me, what Prime Boy is coming to do is just to exonerate himself. He will not want to come and probably indict anybody or stuff. So what it is now because they will not take the final decision. And the police report submitted to GPP, the GPP will work on that and prosecute those. So at the court, the lawyer of Prime Boy will do their own work, which I believe that once they have an evidence, they're going to rough him out. I think that's what I feel. So that will help everyone. But just like I asked you, I want us to understand what is justice, so that when this whole thing has been done, we won't say, oh, there is
the police
partiality, or this person was not, or this person was compromised. That was why I asked, what is justice to you? What is justice to Progressive?
I want to say my concur.
My own justice to me.
I want to say my concur.
For them to establish.
Senator Bayo, you have joined to my concur. God bless you, sir. I concur. God bless you, sir. God bless.
What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't understand.
I concur. Welcome, Senator Bayo, to I concur. God bless you.
Senator Bayo, I only say something, okay? I only say something that kind of conscious.
This is the first time I'm. Maybe you change your name. This is the first time I'm seeing you.
People like Bayo Billions.
I think this is the first time I'm seeing.
I've never changed my name. I've always been on. This is my second time, third time. Since I started. I started with NFL.
Let me tell you something, sir. So when you let me tell you. Yeah, possibly you have not been discussing. That's why I asked you in the past earlier. Before.
I go along.
You see, let me just tell you something. If you want. Yes. So please, so that you know why. So you know why some of us always have stress. You know why we always have stress engaged. You understand? It is because when you are having a constructive argument, some people will come before you were here. We've been here for so long, and it has been King of God or everything we have been going on, exchange Sammy Jojo and everything. So the moment this guy came up, everything changed, right? Okay. Interjection here and there. I concur here and there. And since you believe that since he has stepped up, we've not been able to undo or iron one line of submission.
I've learned from our discussion. I've learned. I don't know about others. I've learned.
I'm just telling you, watch out. I'm just telling you, we jumped from establishing the rights of Baba Mohbad if eventually the inquest does not favor Baba Mohbad. We're able to establish that Baba Mohbad has a civil right to request a fresh one based on investigation, right? Or based on evidence, right?
Sorry, Mr. Bayo.
So, oh goodness, oh goodness, oh goodness, oh goodness. Can you tell your brother to stop interjecting? Can you tell this guy to stop interjecting? Can you tell this
friend na Emora? How do I pick Emora now? You guys know yourself. You know yourself.
Is it okay for you to tell him to stop interjecting us so I can have a constructive conversation? Is it possible for you to tell him?
No, he's your friend.
Because he keep calling your name. It's your friend. He's calling your name. He's not calling my name now.
It's not his friend. Senator Bayo, stop it. It's not his friend. It's not. It's never his friend.
You say it's my friend. I can't call them
enemies. I can't call them enemies. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So, Mr. Bayo Billion, do you think the state government will reconstitute another corona inquest because somebody still not satisfied and considering the resources that they have put into this that have dragged for over 12 months? Do you think, in your own opinion?
Yes, they can. If there are bundle of evidences, yes.
And don't you think that they will ask them to go to court, which is to challenge the state government based on their own decision? And these are the people that they want to prosecute.
That's like I said. If the constitution allows,
rather than wait for
just like, it's going to be a legal battle. You understand? It is now left to whoever that is contesting the recommendation of the corona inquest to be able to fight it out at the court. As far as the law allows them to do it, that is what matters. You understand? Sylvester Romi's city lasted for 3 years. Sylvester Romi lasted for 3 years. The inquest lasted for 3 years, and the government were paying for the where the boy was deposited. And 3 autopsy was done. 3 toxicology was done. The family did one.
We are not talking about.
So I'm telling you
about reconstituting.
That
inquest.
Because I'm telling you that it's very. As far as the law allows it. As far as the laws allows it.
Billion. Okay. Hold on. It's allowed in the law. If you are not satisfied, if a party is not satisfied in the law, it can make it can require from the DPP that based on, because Baba Mohbad is a party in this case. So if he's not satisfied with whatever recommendation and eventual submission of the corona inquest, it will apply to the DPP that, look, we suspect foul, and you prove it from the CTC that, look, on this, we're supposed to be this, we're supposed to be this. If not that corona inquest judges or magistrates are not many in Lagos. You see that woman sitting as corona inquest in Ikorodu is the only one in Ikorodu. The next one is Ikeja Court. So there could have even been, the lawyer might have submitted that, please, we want to change this corona magistrate. We are not happy with the situation. Do you know how many petitions or how many letters she has received? Or they have written to the DPP that we are suspecting this, we are suspecting that. But because changes might be too, it will be like Ashempada saying. So they are trying to see if there will be a development or whatever. If in case of Agomi.
Is the corona inquest, is he giving a judgment or a recommendation?
A recommendation. If you are not going, look, if something is missing and I'm looking towards a direction, if I'm neglecting the direction, and I'm
a down question, Mr. Gregson.
Do you challenge the recommendation or you challenge the judgment?
Yes. You can challenge the recommendation, yeah. You can challenge it.
Once there's a recommendation, what they will tell you to do is to go to court and challenge the recommendation, not at that corona inquest again. You go to the higher court.
Hello, sir. A corona is a fact finding. Let me tell you this. I will say this.
I will check it.
Okay, I'm coming. Let me say this. This inquest that we are in is at the instant of Femi Falana, Wummi's lawyer.
Okay, sir.
Now, if at the end of the day, a party is not satisfied, my brother, the party can ask for another inquest to be set up.
Okay, now, Rexy, I want to ask a question. When Falana wrote to the United States to set up an inquest,
wọ́n ti bá line of question jẹ́ o Senator Bayo wọ́n ti dàrú o.
Correct, we are still on the same line. I'm seeing the same line.
Senator Bayo.
Okay, now, Mr. Corexi.
Wọ́n dàrú o.
Mr. Bayo.
Àwọn ìyàwó àwọn ọkọ CY.
Bayo fi ìdánwò dé dákẹ́ torí ọ̀dọ́.
Ṣebí wọn náà ṣe interject nígbà tó náà ti.
Mr. Bayo.
Ẹ máa gbà ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀mọ̀ yọ rí kí lẹ́tẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ní kiri. Àtàwọn sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ ṣọ́kùn interject.
Okay, yeah, I know you with whatever the interruption, but I know you came clearly. So now, when Falana wrote to the states that they should start up a coroner inquest on this case, was he writing it based in the interest of the family and the public, or
Hello. If you Google that answer, it will see it online. If you Google it, it's in the publication. You can find the answer. You can find the answer in the publication.
Opinion ọ̀pọ̀ jù lórí nǹkan tó bá kọ síbẹ̀. But let me tell you this about it.
You can find the answer. Now let him. Is it not Google that is always using? Is it not Google that is always using? Let him find the answer on Google now.
Àwọn tí wọ́n ló wá wà láàárín.
Find the answer on Google now. Are you not person? Àbúrò Wummi. Go and Google the answer. Now on to the next question.
Correct,
Ọkọ Wummi ni jàre.
Bayo, please, don't do it alone. Let's
ẹ má dá sí. On to the next question.
You can't even
start watching you guys now.
Senator Bayo, ṣe fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ abẹ́fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀.
Senator Bayo, what's my question?
Mo fẹ́ èmi fẹ́ because mo rí pé it's a lot of things tí get right nínú argument wa.
No, there's nothing I'm not getting right to. See, sir.
Establish conflict of interest in the statement mo make like
Senator Bayo.
No, I can't. You didn't tell me, so I didn't understand.
Okay, like I said,
because I was asking who had invested into it.
Okay. Now the person that was investigating. Now let me here come and the question and answer mine. The question is. The person that was investigating death of Mohbad, the IPO is ASP Mohammed Yusuf, right? Share ownership of Wummi, right? And Ajibola Oderide. Those are the ASP. Yeah, those are the people that.
Hold on. Let me say this right.
I'm trying to establish the police officer.
Hold on, Mr. Bayo. Mr. Bayo, hold on. Let me help you out so that you can help me out. Mention the two people who have conflicts. That broader conflict of interest.
The ASP Mohammed Yusuf now, that's what I'm trying to establish.
And who?
Okay, the ASP has an interest as he's supporting somebody who is also a suspect by shooting the person. Is that what you are saying?
No, I didn't say she's a suspect.
No, is that what you are saying?
Conflict of interest is between Wummi and the ASP, yes. She's not the suspect, according to
that the ASP is shielding Wummi. Is that what you are saying?
Yes. No, not shielding. A conflict of interest could be in different regards.
Like what?
Okay. Now ASP Mohammed Yusuf is investigating the death of Mohbad and has pronounced Primeboy as a suspect. Okay. So in this investigation, the same police officer happened to start treating a petition that was written by Wummi to Primeboy. And in the petition, in the investigation of the petition that he was treating in favor of Wummi, he coerced Prime Boy in line with the investigation.
Now, when you say in favor of Wummi, yes. Are there evidence that he's treating that case in favor of Wummi? Are there evidence?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So that
Prime Boy
is what a Prime Boy wants to go and prove now, right?
Yes. And in the course of his
Prime Boy is not going to prove. He's still going to prove that he's a suspect, or he's going to prove that Wummi is also a suspect, but was excused. Is that which one are you talking about now?
Now, if I say conflict of interest, like I said earlier, a conflict of interest puts holes in an investigation, especially when the person investigating is directly involved. Do you agree with me, sir?
Say that again.
I said the conflict of interest is being established, especially if the person investigating is directly involved in the two cases, right? And it can put a hole in the result of the investigation.
Okay, now I think what I understand by conflict of let me tell what I understand, so that probably maybe my understanding now you cannot lecture me. What I understand by conflict of interest is that probably an investigating officer has an interest in this case by probably maybe he has somebody who is shielding to be a prime suspect, and evidences have been provided for him, and he still went ahead to bury the evidence because he's probably having a relationship with one of the people who is also to be a suspect in that case. That is conflict of interest. So in that regard, he will excuse himself from that investigation if it has been proven. Example now, if the judge is being seen as being biased, he will excuse himself because his conflict of interest have been established. So that's what I understand by conflict of interest. So when you're not saying that probably
conflict of interest is just between two lawyers.
To prove, and he should be very careful. He should be very careful because when he proves he accused a lawyer, a judge, a police of having a conflict of interest, probably having a relationship with me, and he can't prove that. You know, the police can charge him.
I said conflict of interest. They are like, okay, now let me. If you don't want me to narrate the story, a conflict of interest can be in different regards. It could be for financial gain. It could be for political position. It could be for favor of family and friends, and you know. But what I'm trying to establish is that one, if a police officer that is investigating the death of Mohbad, that has labeled Prime Boy as a suspect, is treating a petition that Wummi wrote, saying that Prime Boy is threatening me, is threatening my life, is maligning my name, and the police officer in this course of investigating Wummi's petition who has Prime Boy with the investigation of the death of Mohbad.
Prime Boy needs to come and prove. So definitely, no, that's not a conflict of interest.
Wait, now let me finish. Wait, okay? Somebody's investigating death of Mohbad. Okay, you understand? You are investigating death of Mohbad. Okay, right? The same police officer is now investigating the same Prime Boy that he has labeled as suspect. Somebody now wrote a petition in regards to the fact that Prime Boy is maligning my name, is threatening my life. And when the police officer was investigating the cost of petition Wummi wrote, right, is now saying that the death of your friend, we have evidences that you killed this guy. All you have to do is do this and do this to this person, to the person that wrote the petition.
Does Franco have an evidence to that regards?
Yes.
Does he have evidence to that regards? That
yes.
Being coerced?
Yes, it was being coerced.
Okay, so you have to go there and prove his case.
Okay, hold on.
You have to go to the court and prove his case.
Wait, he now petitioned the police officer. He petitioned Wummi
to
zone 2, which is higher than the party.
Okay.
So after the petition was made, investigation was appointed. Another IPO was appointed to the investigating the petition of Wummi, Prime Boy, and the police officer. And this petition was received around February or March, and it was treated only maybe 1 or 2 times. And at the end of the day, it's been dead. The investigation stopped based on the petition.
Right, but man, need that to prove.
You understand? So at the end of the day, I'm telling you,
I understand.
that's what I'm telling you, that if a lawyer is not folding his hand to say, you don't understand, because you are saying you go prove. If he doesn't have a proof, he will not petition a police officer, and police petition the person that wrote a petition against her.
No, Mr. Bayo, do you know that I can petition you even if I don't have evidence against you? And my petition will be thrown away. It's not all petitions that will be addressed.
Okay,
there are many reports that are written, but not all will be addressed. Even if you don't have any evidence, I can accuse you of hating. Hold on. I can accuse you of hating Abati, and I petition you. But I don't have an evidence against you. Does it mean because I petition you, I have evidence against you?
No, it is not you that will say the evidences you have. If you petition me, the petition is coming with the evidence. The police will take a look at that petition and see if the evidences are substantial enough to proceed with investigation. A petition is written. The police take a critical look at it and say, proceed to investigation. And when you are proceeding to investigation, both parties will be invited to come and say 1 or 2 things. And in your own counter petition, you will come with more evidences, or you don't come with evidences. And the police will say, for misleading us, for giving us
those evidences you are Mr. Bayo, those evidences you are coming up with.
You just don't want to admit that there's a conflict.
Does that make the case?
Now I understand. Now I understand why you are asking for.
Mr. Bayo.
No, sir. See, I'm not difficult person. I try to understand what is wrong with. And you are
Bayo.
Is it right? Is it right?
Mr. Bayo, this Senator Bayo is trying to know, Boya, Prime Boy lawyer, only evidence against him. He got to Wummi.
Yes.
You have to be very careful. You should be very careful.
That's what I'm asking.
Ẹni sùúrù Mr. Bayo, èmi ń ṣe ti yín ni o. Ṣé mo pé àwọn agents Wummi wà dáadáa? Wọ́n fẹ́ mọ next step ni o.
See, let me tell you something. Man.
No, what is agent?
It's okay.
Cassandra, which agents are you?
Let me tell you something. The petition in the private road is in the petition. That's what I said. Hold on, sir. The petition Wummi wrote is in the press that Wummi petition private and private was ambushed at the station. He was not invited. He went to sign on a regular basis and he was ambushed. And he was coerced in his investigation, right? And Wummi in the press too, if you Google it, you see Prime Boy petition Wummi and ASP Mohammed Yusuf based on false arrest. You understand? So it is not that maybe Wummi doesn't know. If Wummi does not tell
I don't ask you. Is it not petition that police must invite who is being petitioned? Answer that question now.
No.
All petitions you wrote that will be addressed. It is not a petition that will be addressed.
I don't understand. It is not a petition against me. It is. The police is.
It is not all petitions that are written that will be looked into.
Good luck, sir. fún mi. Ẹ kọ́kọ́ ta establish conflict. The conflict. Ẹ tún sọ fún mi ṣe pé petition kan ló ń attend petition. That is. I mean, it's not a petition that.
No. No, you see, when you mention conflict of interest, I said prime boy will prove that in where he is going to improve.
Over the court. I'm telling you at the end of the day, what I'm telling you is that at the end of the day, this police officer is coming to establish.
Let me tell you what we're trying to do.
Sheba bro, it's not corona. What is wrong with corona?
Nǹkan tí mi fẹ́.
Ṣé bá gbọ́ ní wọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yẹn? Ṣé bá gbọ́ ní wọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yẹn sí corona?
Báyọ̀ bí ẹ kì í sọ̀rọ̀ náà.
Ṣé wọ́n ní wọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yẹn? Ṣé wọ́n ní wọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yẹn sí corona ni?
Sẹ́ńtọ̀ Báyọ̀ kò tó fẹ́ ṣe lélẹ̀.
Ṣé wọ́n ní wọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yẹn wá sí request ni? Ojú ni kò tó fẹ́ ṣe lélẹ̀ ọlọ́wọ́ bá.
Sẹ́ńtọ̀ Báyọ̀ ìkọ́ tó fẹ́ ṣe
orí ti dọ́ta.
Wọ́n fẹ́ ṣáàtì gẹ́gẹ́
èèyàn ní pé ọlọ́pàá ó tún ní pé ọlọ́pàá yẹn ò ní wá ó tún sọ pé sí pé
ó fẹ́ kó ṣe cross examination ṣe understand that's the reason why tó ṣe ń gbé IPO àbí whatever policeman tó ń pè bọ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ kí Wùmí wá kó wá ṣe cross examination.
Anyway, I just know that whoever
anyway, all those ones see. Senator Bayo, today is 9. Come back to this platform in the next today is 9. Come back to this platform in the next 2 days. Wọ́n ti ń lulẹ̀ for the past 11 months. Wọ́n ti lulẹ̀ dín. Or even on Senator Bayo.
Senator Bayo, ẹbí lọ́wọ́ àbúrò yìí ṣe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àdó ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yẹn. Ẹbí lọ́wọ́ àbúrò yìí ṣe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àdó ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yẹn. Ó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ó lè kó nígbà ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àdó pé gbogbo.
He agreed that the police to come.
So ìgbà tó sọ́lẹ̀ nǹkan yẹn dáhùn ìgbà tó sọ́lẹ̀ nǹkan yẹn kò tí bájẹ̀ ò ṣáà nígbà tó sọ́lẹ̀ nǹkan yẹn. Ṣé ìgbà tó sọ́lẹ̀ nǹkan yẹn bájẹ̀ ò tí jà
He didn't get your point then. He didn't get
Senator
your
Bayo,
point.
no. Senator Bayo, mi ò ní pé police ń bọ̀ o, mi ò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. I did not say that. Police dey wọlé máa wà kò sí kò tó pa ní. Police ń go tẹ̀ ní wá.
Okay, what you are saying is that
but magistrate pronounce ẹ̀ kókó wá ṣá. But magistrate pronounce ẹ̀ kókó wá. Wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé 11 a.m. on September 11. So ó lè wá ní September 11. Èmi ṣàmù èmi dàmọ̀ tí n bá rí. Mo dọ́lọ́pàá ẹ̀mọ́ tí n bá rí. So tó bá wà ní court wọ́n kò máa wọ̀ wá.
Tí state government tó bá fẹ́ bà kéèsì yẹn jẹ́ wọ́n lè ní kó má wà.
Ẹbí state fẹ́ bàjẹ́ sí kò kàn máa ní pẹ̀lú corona tó.
Ẹni tó investigate case ẹ ṣe ń gbọ́ ẹni tó investigate eléyìí pé kò sí ọ̀tọ̀ kan pẹ̀lú corona ẹni tó investigate case.
Mr. Bayo, Ekaro, good morning. Ekaro, shut up. That one intellectuals bá sọ, you need to keep short. Okay, Senator tó wà ní, Senator yìí ni mo bá sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ̀yin mo fẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ sá. When Mohbad petition was thrown away, when Mohbad, Mohbad wrote a petition before he died, and his petition was thrown away.
Yeah.
And there was a question about that petition, why it was not honored. Because you said something that not all petitions are being honored. What was the reason for that? Is that...
I think not all petitions are being addressed.
Why?
Not all petitions are being addressed.
And I'm asking
find that it's not a waiting... Okay, now, if example, now, the way you are now, the way you are now, if I write a petition against you, and the police find it not probably maybe flimsy, this is just flimsy, but I mean, work on the normal
you mean Nigeria police or you mean Nigeria police or police in general?
I'm telling you what.
So that's where the system failed. That is where the system failed. So there must be a reason for a petition to be written, right? So if a petition has been written against someone, both parties should be summoned. Irregardless, it is not in the situation of the policeman to make that decision, it should be in the position of the judge to make a decision if that petition will be thrown away or not. And the petition should be thrown away in the court, not being thrown away by police, because the police station is not a place where.
Can I come in here? Can I come in here?
Hold on, please. Hold on.
Can I come in?
Hold on.
Do you know that?
Hold on, please.
Okay.
Hold on, please. Let me back it up like this. Okay. So we are here today. I will say we are here. The reason why we are here today, and the reason why part of the reason why we lose Mohbad is because he wrote a petition, and the petition was thrown away or was not treated the right way, just because of the same reason you gave us now. And in the process of that, today we can say part of the reason why Mohbad died is part of the reason why he died was as a result of his petition being denied or not being honored. Because if they had honored his petition and if they had invited both parties, I heard that they do invited both parties. Okay, Mohbad wrote a petition that his life was being threatened by some particular people, and the Nigerian police think they should invite Mohbad and his oppressor on the same day.
There is a
Shut up.
counter petition. There was a counter petition.
Shut up, I'm not done yet.
Prove your counter petition. Prove your counter petition.
So, Senator Bayo, I walked into a police station. I was terrified. I filed a complaint. I filed a petition against my oppressor, and the Nigerian police invited me on the same day they invited my oppressor. Do you think I'm going to show up? I'm not going to show up because I don't trust the police themselves. They should have invited us separately, and if they couldn't handle it separately, after they listen to me and after they listen to both parties, then I expect them to charge us to court, where our lawyers can both talk in front of the judge. But that was not done. They invited him the same day they invited his oppressor, and they expect him to show up. And after he didn't show up, they threw the petition into the bin. And that is part of the reason why we are here today. So no petition is too small, and it is not the decision. I want to round it up. It is not the decision of the police officers. Shut up. Intellectuals don't sort of not a dumbass like you. So it is not the decision. It is not the decision of a policeman to decide whether a petition can be honored or not. That decision should be made in the courts. So you can go on, Senator Bayo. Thank you.
Okay, good. Now, I've listened to your explanation. I think it's well educative. Now, if I wrote a petition against you, and probably I accuse you of threatening my life, and the police want to look into the petition, are you saying they're going to invite us separately, or they're going to invite us and say, okay, these guys have accused you of this. Can you come and expatiate or probably prove evidence that he actually did what you accuse him of? Or you think they're going to do it separately, or they should just listen to both of us and tell us to go to court? Which one do you think is the right process?
Okay. I'm going to answer your question this way. I don't have to teach the police their job. They are
They are going to invite both parties.
Shut up. Shut up.
We are not
Shut
that,
up. The question was directed to me, not a dumbass like you. Knucklehead. Knucklehead, shut up. Knucklehead, shut up. Knucklehead, shut up. I believe the policeman should be a trained psychologist. I can walk into a station and say, I'm fearful of my life. So this is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I can walk into the police station and say, I'm fearful for my life. Because I trust the policemen or the police officials. But immediately they invite me, the same day they invited my oppressor. I may be scared of my oppressor than the policeman because of the situation of shut up, I'm not done. Shut up. I'm not done. Don't cut me off.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, Nadia said. Oh, Jesus. Good morning, everybody. It's network off. Please let me look for another one. Like this one, they are.
Ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí ọ̀sẹ̀ ayọ̀ ló máa jẹ́ fún wa àní rí wàhálà. Because you cannot be.
Nothing happened. What did happen to your page? A network problem now. But people are writing now. Now flag, what am I flag? Let that edit and let people come up again. Oh Jesus. Unless I'm paying me, oh Jesus, oh no. I went to show yesterday to shake my bum. Unless I'm not aching me, God in heaven. Oh. What's wrong now? Let me up there.
Eventually, if they eventually do that to spending and prime boy, how at least corona court is a place tí wọ́n ti lè sọ bóyá ẹ lọ detain lágbájá ẹ má jẹ́ kó lọ lé bóyá ẹ lọ detain eléyìí ẹ má jẹ́ kó lọ lé. She understand? How I wish they can do that in corona inquest. Tó bá allow spending as a crime. Kọ́kọ́ jọ kojú síra wọn kọ́ jọ question ara wọn. Kí ló yà wá question? Ṣé ó padà ó pẹ̀lú àwọn tó padà lọ sí corona inquest? Ṣé spending wọn ò tí ì re-invite ẹ̀? Wọn ò re-invite ẹ̀. Àti re-invite ẹ̀. Plus examination ṣì wà fún spending. Mo jẹ́rìí ọmọ mi higher court. Máa gbọ́, mo jẹ́rìí ọmọ mi prime boy. Ó máa èdè ayédè wọn máa dàrú. Mo jẹ́rìí prime boy títí ẹ̀. Wo orí yóò máa mórí àfọwọ́ra wọn báyìí gbàù torí kò ní jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ bá yí òun jẹ́. Ayé ti fẹ́ ayé spending ti fẹ́ bàjẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́dì. Òun náà dẹ̀ fẹ́ rẹ́dì káyé òun bàjẹ́. Whoever tó bá wá síbẹ̀ tó bá pè wọ́n lòún fight fún justice àmì tó fight fún spending. Má wà sórí platform lọ́wọ́ tá a wà yìí o. Lọ́wọ́ tá a wà yìí o. Ayé spending máa gbóná. Ayé máa là bàskẹ́ṣì. Èmi ò kọ́lé tó bá kó sóòtò ọ̀rọ̀ tó ti sọ yẹn náà la máa tẹ̀lé. And it's going down with Wummi.
Àbí láti lọ́wọ́
Gbogbo àwọn tó parọ́ lẹ́yìn àjẹjọ gbogbo náà yẹgi fún. Ó yé èèyàn tó sóòtò ọ̀rọ̀. Ṣọlá ló òun nìkan ló sè.
láti fà kọ́ bí.
Ìwọ kan wá yẹ kí gbogbo ẹ̀ máa pọ̀ ní.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ láti ẹni sùn. Ṣé rí Queen? Àwọn ló ń gbé àwọn ni wọ́n ń gbé spending káàkiri.
Àwọn ni promoter Nàìjíríà mo ti gbọ́.
She always standing anywhere. Tó bá ti fẹ́ kí spending sọ̀rọ̀, she will be the one to bring spending. She will be the one to take spending away. There is an incident tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin èmi àwọn àti spending. She understand. That is why I don't want to be involved when she's here. But how I wish she is here now, so that I can talk about this. But I'm not going to say anything. The point is this: I need láti defend anybody. I need láti dọwọ́ bo anybody lórí.
Tó bá yẹ kó ń wá fún justice tó tọ́, èwo ni kẹ́ wọ́n máa defend àwọn suspect.
Question tí Bossman béèrè.
Èwo ni kẹ́ máa defend àwọn suspect.
Bossman béèrè question yẹn for like 4 times kó tó di pé mo send request rárá. Bossman ti ń béèrè question yẹn for like 4 good different times. Spending ma pretend bí ẹni pé òun ò gbọ́ question tó ń béèrè. Wọ́n béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé time wo ló pe nurse. Kò sọ kankan. Wọ́n béèrè consecutive.
Another call with somebody, probably with Queen.
Yeah, only need to
go to the platform. What we bring to the platform. And if the is not to the platform.
Àwọn lò ṣì kó ṣì lọ.
Gbogbo ojú wọn ti bàjẹ́, gbogbo wọn pátápátá. Báwọn dáadáa. Kó gbá wọn gbẹ, fún wọn gbẹ. Báwo rí? Mi ní máa já àwọn, I will not be antagonizing you anymore. Gbá wọn dáadáa. How do you want to use money to solve a simultaneous equation? How do you want to use money? Ẹ̀yin òpònú àwọn àdàgbà má dànù ojú wọn ní ọdún. Ojú wọn ti bó. Àwọn tó pera wọn ní legal team gan, they are not shining. Ogun wọn ti wọ omi, ayé wọn ti bàjẹ́.
I enjoyed the conversation. It was educative.
So, let me tell you something, right? If Adi Bin, this personality did not step in, a lot would have been achieved today. Look at the atmosphere before he joined. Look at the people that were exchanging. Look at how everybody was speaking. Nobody was interjecting anybody.
Before this guy
the moment he came in,
he used to come on the platform and shout and will not allow you to talk. Before I joined, I was saying,
how many times did I tell you this? I didn't know what to against this guy.
I was here and Gurexi. We were the three people that was having a peaceful conversation. And I was asking Gurexi good constructive questions.
I asked
This ability is not allowed.
Party, shut up, I'm not done yet. I'm not done. So
fire on, Jare.
I'm going to continue to stop.
Fire on, Jare.
Can you keep quiet? This
I'm going to respect you today. Honestly, I'm going to give you respect.
I might be an Egba babe. I might be an Itoko babe. I'm proud of my roots. Canada. You came from
I'm just respecting you. You can have a conversation with her.
I'm not done yet.
I don't
you came for me. You came for me. You came first. You came for me first. I wasn't even talking to you when I came for this class. You interjected. You should have shut up.
I really respect you, Senator Bayo.
You shouldn't have interrupted.
I enjoy your conversation, and it shows me that you are one of the people. You are one of the people that I love to listen to and speak to. I love your level of.
Senator Bayo, recommend section. Senator Bayo, recommend section. Everybody enter your DM. Ladies and gentlemen, recommend section. Senator Bayo, recommend section. This guy go enter your DM. Go enter your DM.
No, I am.
Recommend section. Senator Bayo. Recommend section. Senator Bayo, recommend section. Àwọn eléyìí kò sí ọkọ lórí orí wọn ti jọ sí àwọn ẹni bí mo mi jẹ́ ṣe ń gbà ó gbà ṣòkòtò ń di ẹ̀ ẹni bí obìnrin ló ń gbà ṣòkòtò ń di ẹ̀ ṣé èèyàn ní pedigree ló ń gbà ṣòkòtò ń di ẹ̀
báyìí. See, let me tell you one thing, Bayo.
Let me finish. Let me. Them back home. So now for someone who lives in Nigeria, approached a Nigerian police, submitted a petition against someone who he think is after his life. Petition based on Mohbad's petition, I wouldn't have invited them at the same time. I would have listened to both parties separately and make a decision. And the right decision I would make would have been summon both parties or charge them to court. And I feel like that was what Mohbad wants. Mohbad wanted them to be charged to court so he can get a legal backing. So the judge can tell them, hey, you guys need to back off from this guy. You guys need to stop beating him, or maybe they can get a punishment for the beatings, for the previous beatings, or for the previous injuries they have inflicted on him. That was exactly what Mohbad wanted. Yeah. But just because he didn't show up, the case went under the carpet. But in the same country, even though he didn't show up, a police officer should go further because he mentioned in the petition that his life was at risk, his safety was at risk. So in the same country, the police officer would not, I feel like the police officer, how do I put it, attitude was a nonchalant attitude because they decided to say he didn't show up. So that's it. They didn't bother to check on him if he was okay. They didn't bother to check to see if his safety was actually at risk, or maybe he was still fearful for his life. Since they didn't show up, I expect them to charge both parties to court and call him and say, hey, you have a court date on so date. Maybe Mohbad would have showed up at the court because he might feel safe with his lawyer at the court rather than showing up at a police station in front of the same oppressor. So that's my own input, sir.
Okay, I would like to engage you by asking questions first before I will now make my submission. Okay, now if I petition you, probably that you are threatening my life, and the police invited two of us, are you saying that the police should just invite us separately, and after reading our petition, probably my petition against you, without probably me,
you can't invite the two of them at once.
Eyeball to eyeball
it's
to like address the petition. The police should just charge the case to court.
It's not done.
Because why I'm asking this question is that if we look at many petitions the police must have received, and they are just charging all this without inviting the parties involved. Don't you think the court will be too crowded with too much petitions that are not being addressed? Because not all petitions that are looking to that the police will probably charge to court for prosecution. So what do you think in that regards?
Exactly what I said, sir. If someone is after my life, I have every right to not be invited at the same time with the person. And that is just common sense. The police shouldn't have invited them at the same time. Okay, I'm going to say something, for example. I'm going to use my own family as an example. Remember, Baba said, ọmọ mi sọ pé ilẹ̀ wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn àna ẹ̀. But tí ó bá ti tọ́mọ mi bá ti wà pẹ̀lú mi, shut up.
Let her come back to the basis of the conversation. Shut up.
I'm not done yet.
It has nothing to do with what we are talking about here. We are talking about
Shut up.
Borrow family laws anyway. Answer question somewhere. Petition somewhere. Answer the question.
About Mohbad.
It's not about Mohbad. Answer the question they ask you. Petition Mohbad was beaten. We saw the video. The petition there. Answer that. Answer the question. Come on, answer question.
Shut up. I'm in the process of answering the question.
Senator Bayo, ẹ máa engage Mọ̀mí J lọ jàre ẹ wọ́n ṣe gbà.
For example.
Let us talk. Are you crazy about
it?
Olórí burúkú wo tó wá sókè nẹ́tíwọ̀kì ẹ̀ ò dáa èwo wá lọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ
nẹ́tíwọ̀kì
ẹ̀ ò dáa lọ sí nẹ́tíwọ̀kì ẹ̀ dáadáa.
You are not relevant here. Shut up. For example, Baba said, ọmọ mi máa sọ fún mi pé ilẹ̀ wà lọ́wọ́ wa nù ẹ̀. But tí n bá tún wá pé ọmọ mi.
Senator Bayo, we don't want that family talk here.
Shut up.
Maybe she's driving. Hold on. She might be driving to the petition angle. She might be driving to the petition angle.
So, Baba said, ọmọ mi máa sọ fún mi pé ilẹ̀ wà. So Baba said, ọmọ mi máa sọ pé ilẹ̀ wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn àánú ẹ̀. But ọmọ mi bá tún wá rí àwọn àánú ẹ̀ lójúkorojú, ọmọ mi ò tún nílé sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́. Did you get what I'm trying to drive at over right there, Senator Bayo? Ojúkojú.
Yes, I get you. Okay, now let me just say what is the right question.
I'm not done with your question. Mi ti ṣetán pẹ̀lú question yìí. Do you watch Senator Judy, for example, in the US? There's a senator they call Senator Judy. See, there is no petition that is. There is nothing like ilé ẹjọ́ máa wà crowded. Nǹkan tó dá ilé ẹjọ́ fún nìyẹn. Ó wà crowded yẹn gangan ni torí àwọn aráàlú ló ṣe wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Ṣé mo ké ẹjọ́ mi gan ó lè jẹ́ torí $50. L'Amẹ́ríkà wọ́n ń gbé ẹjọ́ $50 wá sí court. Wọ́n dẹ̀ máa dá fún both parties. So there's nothing like ilé ẹjọ́ wà crowded. Yeah. There is nothing like a petition yóò make sense. Ẹjọ́ $20 lẹ́ni yẹn bá fẹ́ gba $20 padà. Oh my God.
Do they attempt to the petition separately?
Shut up.
Before both parties together to solve the petition and move on?
You're not making sense.
There was a counter petition.
Have I answered your question or not?
Law school at all.
Have I answered your question or not? Thank you, sir.
So, you have addressed it. So let me just say what I feel is the process. Now, why I said probably the court might be crowded is this. If there are 5,000 petitions written by 5,000 people, and police now decide to push the whole 5,000 petitions to the court, we all agree that court will judge 5,000 cases for the next 20 years and still be having a pile-up, because more are still coming. So the role of the police is to look at the merit of a petition to see if it is worthy to be prosecuted, because when they are prosecuting this case, it is the state resources, law. Now, if somebody is probably petitioning someone, I think from this Mohbad case, our best learn how to go about our petition. What I feel Mohbad did, tell me if you did, which is wrong, is that, but petition police, once they have invited you, go with your lawyer. If you go with your lawyer, no matter how bad the situation is, the person who you are confronting, who is your assailant, can never touch you there. Because over here, attack, that's another ground for assault. So for him to have withdrawn, I understand he has a phobia.
They don't call both of you.
Okay, anything money go accuse me, anything to confront again. Probably he must have sensed a bias in that invite without going with his lawyer. But I feel if he has honored that invitation with the police, because that is the right thing to be done. If I'm accusing you of something, or you can just even in the court, you will stay by the accused box. I will stay in the other court box, and they will question both of us. Okay, this one accused you of this, and this one.
I'm going to say this.
Yeah? Yes, ma'am.
Mohbad was not at fault.
Okay.
Do you know why I'm going to say Mohbad was not at fault? Mohbad ò mọ òfin tó àwọn ọlọ́pàá. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá mọ òfin. Ìgbà tí Mohbad ò show up, tó bá jẹ́ same country, they need to send a call through. Are you okay? Is everything okay? You didn't show up you did not honor your invite. Is there a reason for you not showing up? Then he would have expressed his fear. I was scared. Okay, this is the next step. Then the police will advise him further and say, do you have a lawyer? Yes, I do. Do you want to come with your lawyer? Yes, I want to come with my lawyer. That is the police job.
No. Senator Bayo, that is not going to be that. No. ẹni tó submit petition ló máa follow up.
Shut up. No.
Kẹ̀kẹ́ Senator Bayo. Ẹni tó bá submit petition ló máa follow up.
No, shut up. You don't even know your right. Shut up. Yálà guy. Yálà pẹ̀ lólòṣì. Ìyàwó tó máa fẹ́ sílé kò tí ì fẹ́. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ your future wife olóṣì in advance. Olóṣì in advance fún future wife ẹ̀. Olórí burúkú ọmọ ẹ̀rọ yìí. Òun ló pè mí lólóṣì náà.
It's okay. So èmi kàn fi maybe going forward for us káwà láyé.
Sir,
if we have any petition that we are written.
Sir, nílùú tàwa yìí, iṣẹ́ ń gbọ́ nílùú tàwa yìí, wọ́n á tún drive wá lẹ́yìn.
Understand ìlú tẹ́wà, ẹ mọ̀ pé ibẹ̀ is the same country.
Oh, no, nǹkan tí mo ń sọ òye yín, ó fẹjọ́ sùn pé safety òun wà at risk, àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. They will come to his house to check on him pé ṣé kò ṣe pé nǹkan kan ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sẹ́yìn láti
when you submit a petition you work follow it up it's very simple.
Hold on Mr. Joe.
You don't follow it up, it's the police that follow it up. You don't follow up.
Okay, let me use myself as a risk.
Petition and safety was at risk.
I was attacked by some guys in Texas. Wọ́n wá shoot ìbọn. So mo dẹ̀ pọlọ́pàá. So the police came immediately and they asked me, do I want to press charges against the guys? And I said, yes. So what they did was that on more bullets here, one tracy and to bullets here in store. One features a lossy our guys here. So what they did was they now invited me to come and identify those guys. So on print the pictures one. I want to give pictures and question more identify or do anybody in bed. One more identify 1, 2, 3, 4. So they now ask me, do I want to press charges against them so that all of us will appear in court for that case? But because of fear of my own life, that okay, fine, I might press charges. One day jail. What if their gang come back and attack me? For that reason, I told them I'm not pressing charges. She understand, and that case close immediately. In Nigerian system, what I understand by petition is that once you petition somebody, you should go with your lawyer to the police, and they will now ask you, okay, any to petition or to ambayi. This is your case. They will now ask the person question. Sorry, this guy said you are after his life.
Senator Bayo, what if the person is poor and what if the person is poor and cannot afford a lawyer? The police job is to give the person resources. No, I'm saying, hold on, sir. Hold on.
Senator Bayo, you're just wasting your time talking to this
I'm talking in general right now. I'm talking in general. Shut up. Don't interject me. I'm talking in general now. Okay. A poor man walking to a police station. Okay, let me talk about Mohbad case. Okay, Mohbad didn't go with his lawyer, probably because he doesn't know he has to go with his lawyer. Anishe,
that's an ignorance.
Amòfin la pé àwọn people yìí. Mohbad ọ̀rá ìlú ni Mohbad. Amòfin ló máa sọ fún pé tó bá dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ò lè dá wá, ṣó ní lọ́yà àbí ṣó bóyá kò lọ gba lọ́yà. Kò wá fún iṣẹ́ wọn ni that is why they were being paid. State gan even ọlọ́pàá gan lè fún ní resources pé nọ́mbà báyìí àwọn lọ́yà state lélẹ̀. Ọlọ́pàá ló máa lead ẹ̀. Kò ń ṣe Mohbad wà learned. How about ìyá tó ń tajà lọ́jà tó ń dẹ̀ fẹ́ fìyà jẹ tó lọ police station? Ẹjọ́ ṣé ìyá yẹn ní làákà ìpè lọ́yà òun nídìí lọ́yà? Ṣé ìyá yẹn mọ lọ́yà tó máa lọ bá? Ọlọ́pàá aṣojú ìjọba ni àwọn ló máa sọ pé màmá àná àwọn lọ́yà báyìí tíjọba ń lò ẹ jẹ́ ká bá yín pè wọ́n. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. If he doesn't know what to do, they should really want to put him through.
Anyways, Senator Bayo.
Shut up.
Shut up. Explanation was lame.
Shut up.
Very, 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 very lame. It's a lame explanation. Anyways, explanation are very, very lame. Senator Bayo, you got to me feeling late. See, when that petition was thrown out, when that petition was thrown out, a counter petition was also thrown back. You understand? What threw it back? Simo bad pé okay. What counter petition ni pé nǹkan tó pé mo ṣe yìí ṣe now. You understand? At least if there's a counter petition, they will call book.
Yeah, but I think I think I understand where Wummi is coming from. That probably the guy sense that there is a bias. So that bias, so sense a logical saying, even when because okay, what the speed at which there was a counter petition, and they were inviting me, a meeting with the local petition. Hey, look into the merits of my own case. I understand that angle as well because all any one of us. It can happen to any of us if the powers that be are interested in this.
But anyway,
ọmọ ẹran ni olóṣì ó fẹ́ dóhùn mi ó kọ fojú rí Wùnmí ni kó kú ẹ̀ ò ní wọ òbú ẹ̀ ó máa wó kó kú jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ò lè rí dó tó kéré sáwọn tó máa jẹṣẹ́ olóṣì ajá dúdú onírú gòfìàn inú ṣìnáàpù.
I
understand that the state failed the guy. I understand because I think probably the guy felt okay. The powers that be, what I think, frustrate case. So the best for him is for me to draw back. I understand point, but I just feel that the right process is to buy along for me or he would have gone with his lawyer. Once you go with your lawyer will advise you that hey, don't talk. Once you invite her, I will speak for you. And if anything happens, that will be another ground for suing both the police and the guy who is assaulting him. And I think all of us going forward, I'm alert to if you are petition.
There was a time, there was a time that it was even that they even made an emphasis that the guy went to Parliament to also complain about bullying and all. She understand,
Senator Bayo.
But when it's lost of Parliament to complain about bullying.
Shut up, kò lọ sọ́dọ̀ Parliament. Kò ever dọ́dọ̀ Parliament.
Wọ́n ti lọ síbẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣẹ́gẹ̀. Wọ́n ti lọ síbẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Eléyìí ò mọ family yẹn rí o, kò mọ̀ wọ́n rí. Wọ́n bá sọ, wọ́n ti dọ́kẹ̀ bọ̀ sí pàtì. What did you say, sir?
Are you saying Falana did not pursue the case for you?
What did you lọ sọ́dọ̀ Parliament tó ti lọ sí bàkínní bullying yẹn?
Shut up.
Parliament tó wá pè wọ́n tó wá invite wọ́n ló kò wá kò show up.
Shut up, Abati. Shut up. That's a long
time. Wọ́n kọ́ lọ wí ìyàwó lọ Falana ọ̀gbẹ́nu sàn kì í ṣe wọ̀ ó mọ̀ rí kì í ṣe wọ̀ not you. It's not you. It is not you that took her to Falana. It is not you. Wọ́n ṣe ìwọ ló gbé lọ sọ́dọ̀ Falana. Kì í ṣe ìwọ ló gbé lọ sọ́dọ̀ Falana ó lè yẹn. Ó fẹ́ gbà wíìnì. Senator Bayo kì í ṣe lé ló gbé lọ sọ́dọ̀ Falana kì í ṣe lé.
What we are saying now is that petition can still be revisited.
24 years old.
Is that what we are saying?
It can still be revisited, exactly.
Senator Bayo, that is a lie.
Mommy J, you are saying that the petition can still be revisited.
No,
they can still be revisited, yes. The government can actually mountain on that.
Is a lie. Falana ò mọ Mohbad kó tó kú. This is what happened. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Ṣẹ́rí wọ́n ṣe pátì kan ní Lẹ́kì. Mohbad
irọ́ ló fẹ́ wá pa fún yín o irọ́ ló fẹ́ wá pa o
olórí burúkú
irọ́ ló fẹ́ wá pa irọ́ onírọ́ ni o.
máa tàkìtì wọ ẹlẹ́bí gbogbo yín tẹ tàkìtì wọ ẹlẹ́bí ẹlẹ́bí máa tàkìtì jáde ní olórí burúkú ni gbogbo yín wọ́n náà tó kí n kíkọ́ àìtórí ó tàkìtì ẹbí tó jẹ́ bí mi èmi máa tàkìtì bọ́tà ó ní làákàyè.
kì í ṣe bí ẹ wọ́n ti gbẹ́sẹ̀ yóò di. Wọ́n ti jù ẹsẹ̀ yóò di. Wọ́n ti jù ẹsẹ̀ yóò di òkì iṣẹ́ bí àtàrà. Your heart cast. You're a bastard in the family.
Abati káti ẹni tó padà wá fẹ́ wù ú. Ká ló padà wá fẹ́ wù ú náà. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ dájú. Abati ká ní kó padà tẹ̀ wá fẹ́ wù mí in future. Èmi ló ṣe ń bọ̀ wá dọ̀bálẹ̀ fún tó bá wálé. kò ní dáṣọ ó sì máa wá tún dọ̀bálẹ̀ fún mi tó bá
fẹ́ fẹ́ wọ etí ẹ tí bá rí ẹ máa fọ etí ẹ máa fọ etí ẹ mọ́lẹ̀ ní etí ẹ máa fọ mọ́lẹ̀.
ṣé wàá jẹ́ kó bẹ́ẹ̀ ní sọ̀rọ̀ náà
àbàtà tí kò ní bàjẹ́ ló ń dùn òní ẹ̀yin méjèèjì ẹ̀wẹ̀ tó máa já mọ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin olóògbé méjì. Senator Bayo ṣe ń gbọ́ mi jàre.
Ẹ kàn parí ọ̀rọ̀
wọn ṣe pàtí kan.
Are you saying that kí wọ́n visit? Okay, mo ń gbọ́ yín.
Yeah, I'll get it. Wọ́n ṣe pàtí kan ní Lẹ́kì, Mohbad wá lọ síbẹ̀. Ó wá rí Falz. Ó wá sọ fún Falz pé wọ́n wà ọ̀nà òun kì í jẹ́ kó rí orin kọ nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Pé kó jọ ó bóun sọ fún dádì ẹ̀ pé òun ní issue. Falz wá sọ pé ó máa wọ̀ it was a birthday party. Falz wá sọ pé kó má worry pé òun á sọ fún dádì tóun bá ti rí dádì. Falz ò wá rántí sọ fún dádì ẹ̀ kí ó tó jáde láyé. So colleague tèmi níbi iṣẹ́ lamẹ́ríkà bíbá ẹ fẹ́ gba glory yẹn ẹ fẹ́ rọ̀bẹ on my face kò ní dáa fún yín. Colleague mi lamẹ́ríkà bíbá ó rí mi níjọ́ tí mo jáde ní ọ̀dọ̀ Daddy Freeze. Ṣóyè she now called me 1 a.m. Nigeria time. I was in Nigeria then. She now called me. She now said Falana was her uncle. Pé daddy, mommy òun àti Falana ẹ̀gbọ́n àtàbúrò ni wọ́n. And I said really? She said yes. Even gan bí mo ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, nọ́mbà ọmọ Falana, Sister Fọlákẹ́ Falana first born wọn, nọ́mbà wọn wà lọ́wọ́ mi. Àbàtì ṣé yẹn wà lọ́wọ́ wọn olórí burúkú. So, Sister Fọlákẹ́ now called me. Sister, shut up. Shut up.
Ọmọ ìlú kankan ni wá òpònú ara ẹ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀. Ìdí tèmi àná ló bẹ̀. Olóṣì.
You know them wèrè. Wèrè ò jẹun tí ó yọ. Olóṣì. So, Sister Fọlákẹ́ now called me.
Wọ́n ní ìdílé Fálànà àti ìdílé Adébánjọ ọmọ ẹ̀ wọ́n ti ẹ̀ mọ̀ ẹ́ gan. Ìyá Wùmí ò mọ̀ ẹ̀ mọ́ wọ́n ti outcast ẹ̀.
It's okay, Mr. Joe.
It makes sense.
Mr. Joe, it's okay.
Make it make sense. Mákèó. So, firstborn Fálànà àti colleague mi yẹn cousin ni wọ́n. Sister Fọlákẹ́ is in UK. Our cousin was in US, both of them with me. I connect ẹsẹ̀ nọ́mbà mi gan sí lọ́wọ́ lady yẹn àwọn tèmi ní US wọ́n sáré ó pé àwọn tó lè pè tó mọ̀ mọ́ mi ní US wọ́n fún ní nọ́mbà mi so wọ́n connect lóru yẹn wọ́n ní ká lọ wọ́n a schedule appointment pẹ̀lú bàbá 9 a.m. in the morning ní àárọ̀ ọjọ́ kejì we couldn't meet up 9 a.m. in the morning we scheduled another appointment fún 9 p.m. the following day, we couldn't meet up because traffic mo wá sí pàǹtí. The following day, we scheduled appointment to 9 a.m. We went to Falana Chambers ní Ìkẹjà, GRA. We got there. We explained the situation. So when we got there, Baba was asking. The first question Baba asked was, where was his lawyer? What has his lawyer done regarding the beatings? And Ashana said he wrote a petition. Baba said, what happened to that petition?
Don't disrespect Wummi.
Show my Yahweh. Show my Yahweh. Kí ló dé tí wọ́n ní bishop? Show tọrọ permission lọ́wọ́ bàbá.
Kí ló pè ní Ashana?
Yóò ṣe wọ́n tọrọ permission lọ́wọ́ bàbá lẹ́bàá kó tó lo bishop bàbá. Show tọrọ permission lọ́wọ́ Mr. Joseph Olabamiwo Aloba kó tó lo bishop bàbá. Ọdún tí ló ṣe crime. Ashana tí bàbá máa jọ wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ara wọn ni tó bá jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Olórí burúkú ọmọ pọ̀ bí ọ̀sán. Ọmọlábí ómò lọ fi ránṣẹ́ sí wa. Ọmọlátọrọ ómò lọ fi ránṣẹ́ sí wa. Olórí burúkú nìyẹn. Èmi ò fẹ́ ní ìyá òṣì bàbá gidi ni mo ní ìyá tí ò ṣàbíamọ mi ìfẹ́ ni. Ṣé o ti fowó jà àwọn òbí ẹ̀ ṣọwọ́? Ìwọ tó lóbì nígbà pé mi ò lóbì ìwọ tó lóbì ṣó ti fowó oúnjẹ wọn ṣọwọ́. Ọmọ ẹran lélẹ́yìn náà. So Falana asked about the petition. Kí ni wọ́n ṣe nípa petition yẹn? Ashana said they didn't do anything. Falana was mad. And Falana said kí ló máa ń ṣe àwọn lọ́ọ̀yà yìí tó jẹ́ pé tán bá ti ṣe kéèsì kan tápá wọn ò ká instead of them to ask for help lọ́wọ́ àwọn lọ́ọ̀yà tó jù wọn lọ wọn ò ní ask for help wọn á fẹ́ treat ẹ̀. She get that was what Papa said and he shake his head. And he said, tó bá jẹ́ pé rọ́ ni mò ń pa àbàtì tó bá jẹ́ rọ́ ni mò ń pa kó bù pa tó bá jẹ́ pé rọ́ ni mò ń pa kó máa pa tó bá jẹ́ rọ́ ni mò ń pa tó bá jẹ́ rọ́ ni mò ń pa àbàtì.
Kí ni pọ́blẹ́mù àbàtì?
Tàlẹ́fẹ́ kan la ṣe kàlí ṣe parọ́ kiri ẹlẹ́sìn lórí mẹ́ta ni.
Ọ̀fẹ́ kí n sọ pé ṣe máa ṣe.
How do you know she's lying? She's giving.
So, Senator Mayo, immediately, bàbá yọ fóònù wọn jáde, wọ́n dẹ̀ pé Falz lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Wọ́n ní ìyàwó Mohbad wà ní ọ́fíìsì àwọn pé báyìí. Falz wá sọ pé òótọ́ ni pé Mohbad bá òun sọ̀rọ̀ ní pátì ní the last time táwọn ríra ní pátì. Pé bọ̀ òun ò mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó serious tó yẹn ni pé ó bóun sọ̀rọ̀. Bàbá wa sọ fún Falz pé ìyàwó ẹ̀ wà ní ọ́fíìsì àwọn báyìí. Falz wa sọ pé kí bàbá bóun ṣe whatever tán bá lè ṣe fún wa. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní bàbá fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní help wa. So àwọn olórí burúkú Senator Bayo, you know what they now said? They now change the narrative.
Just that petition, that petition, it was not revisited.
It was not revisited. Even Baba Falana questioned it. And Baba Falana was upset. Pé competition, more honor, more dashing, conciliate, more honor. Baba was upset in his office. Uncle Miri won't buy. Lawyer, tó bá yẹ pápá àwọn òkà, ó yẹ kó sún kó get help lọ́wọ́ àwọn senior lawyer. Wọ́n níbo àwọn junior lawyer ní tó pa àwọn bá ti ká kan wọn ò ní fẹ́ like pé ìgbéraga àbí nǹkan wọn ò ní fẹ́ béèrè fún more help. Ṣé you get that was what Baba said. So do you know what these people now did? Just because wọn fẹ́ ká public efforts mi, they now change the narrative pé Mohbad ti lọ Fálànà rí kó tó kú. Wọn fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn mọ̀ pé èmi ni mo gba Fálànà fún àṣànà. So they now change that narrative. Èmi ò dẹ̀ fẹ́ kẹ́ fún mi glory. Ọlọ́run ọba ẹlẹ́sàn ó máa ṣèdájọ́ gbogbo yín àtàṣànà tó kó gbogbo yín jọ. Ṣebí Fálànà yẹn lẹ̀ ń lò dọ́là àbí Fálànà yẹn kọ́ lẹ̀ ń lò dọ́là. Ọlọ́run máa ṣèdájọ́ gbogbo yín.
But Mom, from your own point of view, do you think that case can still be revisited, like Fana or anybody lawyer?
So, okay, Senator Bayo, let me give you the full gist.
In a safe country, shut up. In a safe country, petition to
Kẹ́ni gbogbo ilé tí Kàrímọ́ sọ fún yìí, irọ́ bá ń ta irọ́ ni.
Senator Bayo,
Màmá parọ́ mọ́
Senator Bayo àti 212 people tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ń bíbá. I will come out boldly and lie on a sand, Nigerian sand. Màá come out, màá parọ́ mọ́ ń ta gbangba. Ṣé wọ́n ní sùn mí pé mo parọ́ mọ́ wọn? Tó bá yẹ pé gbogbo nǹkan tí mo sọ ń
ṣe kìí ṣe káràkà wọn ni. Different character wọn tó lè ṣe anything possible and good about. Ṣé o different character?
Mi different character wọn. Ok, tó bá yẹ pé mi kọ́ ni mo mú wọn lọ́dọ̀ Fálànà. Ṣé Fálànà ní jáde pé òun ò gbọ́n mi?
Kò ń ṣe wọ́n ló mú wọn lọ sọ́dọ̀ Fálànà. Mohbad ti lọ Fálànà kò tó kú, kò ń ṣe wọ́n ló mú wọn lọ.
Ẹjọ́ ṣé mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń sọ ni? Tó bá yẹ pé kò ń ṣe mi, ṣé Fálànà ti ní bọ́ta pé àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ gbọ̀n wọ̀n mi rí? Wọ́n ti ní competition síta pé mò ń parọ́ mọ́ orúkọ àwọn. Orí ẹ ti burú àbàtì, inú ẹ bu pàápàá òórùn sa, aláìnílàkàyè, ọlọ́pọlọ dorí kodò bíi tejò.
Mama J.
Ọlọ́wọ́ bọ̀ọ̀lì. Okay, Senator yẹ kí n narrate story yẹn fún yín bó ṣe bí tó nìyẹn ṣe. bó bí sórí yẹn ṣe rí lélẹ̀ gbogbo ilé ìtẹ́lẹ̀ sọ yìí irọ́ ni irọ́ bá ń ta irọ́ nítorí ó parọ́ jù náà kí lọ.
orí mídíà ni wọ́n ti gbọ́ tó dá sí.
Okay now
ìwọ fẹ́ pàtàn
Senator kí ló irọ́ ló ń pa àti mọ̀ ẹ́ sí onírọ́ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Yes, so Senator Bayo, so this is what happened, okay? This is what happened. Where Mohbad was going through.
Abati, why don't you have respect for a woman? Kí ló ń ṣe tó ṣe máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹranko? Kí ló ń ṣe? Ó lè pé ẹ lágbàlagbà. Kí ló ń ṣe náà Abati? Kí ló ń ṣe?
So,
mo ń gbọ́ yín sà.
Abati onígbọ́ yín Senator Bayo máa yẹ òní gbọ́ irọ́ ti pọ̀ jù ẹ má ba drag ẹni tẹ filẹ̀ ẹ má dá pẹ́sọ̀ ẹ má bí pẹ́sọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọ.
Ṣé mo lè fún I just came here to learn what. You know what? I just want to know if that case of that petition can still be
Senator Bayo, I'm saying it right now. Shut up Abati. Karimot Titilayo Bayo. I took Wummi Adebanjo for the first time to Falana Chambers, GRA Keja, Edge screen recorded.
You are a liar. You drive out here. You are a liar. You are a liar. Karimot did not take out
they take it glory they rub on my face. Ó ṣì ń lò dọ́là ẹ bá mi ṣí ẹ kí Fálànà petition mi ti bá parọ́ mọ́ lórí burúkú ni ẹ fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn mọ̀ Fálànà ni òní ṣì ń lò dọ́là ó ṣì ń lò dọ́là sọ ní lọ́ọ̀yà Mohbad gan lẹ́nu àwọn Fálànà ló ń ṣe most jù tó Fálànà bá pàṣẹ pé kán lọ síbì kan Sọmí máa wá bá wọn bẹ̀ ni you can't rub it on my face bó bá jẹ́ pé ìyá ọmọ burúkú sí family Fálànà will I get that help? Àbí tá a bá fẹ́ sanwó fún Fálànà àní máa san over 20 million naira everything was free wọn gbà kọ́bọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wa wọn gbà kọ́bọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wa.
So, Senator Bayo,
it was free. We didn't pay.
So, before
the service was free.
The Falana Chambers, they were aware of all the bullying and and the assault of the team. They were aware of it.
They were not aware. They were not aware.
How were they aware?
You are not close to them. Wo wọ́n lè gbé ẹ pẹ̀lú ọkọ̀ tó sọ yìí.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí àbàtì dá báyọ̀ ti wà wíẹ̀ tó àbí ká
Senator Bayo wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n wà wíẹ̀ ó ń sọ́nsìn pé Fálànà mọ̀ pé wọ́n fìyà jẹ Mohbad wọn lè ṣe kọ́kọ́. What you are trying to say now is that Fálànà mọ̀ pé wọ́n fìyà jẹ Mohbad wọn lè ṣe kọ́kọ́ sí. That's what you are trying to say. Tó o bá lọ́pọlọ.
Senator Bayo, to the story tó wà bìdébí wí pé the Falana Chambers did not just get into the case of Mohbad just like that.
They were never in the case. I will not let you talk on that. They were never aware. Baba put a country to fight the bad guy.
Okay, now you answer me. How did Baba get to rise to the corona to the corona inquest?
Nínú ọ́fíìsì ń bẹ̀ olórí burúkú ni nínú ọ́fíìsì ń bẹ̀ ni bàbá ti sọ fún wa pé ọ̀pọ̀ táwọn máa kọ́kọ́ ṣe ni pé àwọn máa kọ́kọ́ bá àwọn máa set up corona. Ìjọ yẹn gangan bàbá ti sọ fún wa pé first of all what we are going to do is that we are going to start up corona. Wọ́n dẹ̀ pé lọ́ọ̀yà kan nínú chambers ọ̀nbẹ̀ wọ́n ní kó gba gbogbo information lẹ̀ tó need pé kán pe Lagos State kán reach out sí Lagos State pé wọ́n máa set up corona. Àwa la kọ́kọ́ mọ̀ pé corona máa exist nínú ọ́fíìsì ń bẹ̀ àwọn kò ní bàjẹ́ náà.
Mommy J, are you saying that Mohbad never met Falana while he was alive? Is that what you're saying?
Mohbad never met Falana.
Mohbad never met Falana while he was alive.
Falana, but he spoke with Faust about some weeks to his death. But Faust did not pull through. Faust will follow up pẹ̀lú bàbá ẹ̀.
How did you know Faust did not follow up with his father?
Shut up. Baba called Faust in our presence. ṣé tí ń dùn ẹ̀ ni Mohbad sọ fún Falz pé kó bóun sọ fún bàbá but Falz ò rántí sọ fún bàbá nígbà tá a wá sọ̀rọ̀ tán Àṣànà wá sọ fún bàbá pé Falz gan mọ ọkọ òun rí bàbá wá yọ fóònù wọn lápò irú fóònù Samsung Fold Z ni bàbá ń lò bàbá wá yọ Samsung Fold Z wọn jáde wọ́n wá pe Falz pé ó gbọ́ ó mọ ọmọ tán ló kù yìí rí Falz wá sọ fún bàbá pé òótọ́ ló sọ fóun póun gbàgbé kóun sọ fún bàbá pé ọmọ yẹn sọ fóun póun need help póun busy òun gbàgbé olórí burúkú bó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. You will not paint
olórí burúkú ya mute olórí burúkú mute.
kò ní dáa fún ẹ wèrè lulẹ̀
olórí burúkú ya mute síbẹ̀.
olóṣọ ìyálà ìyá ẹ ló máa mute.
sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn.
o ní sọ story kankan o ní sọ story kankan nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ kọ́ ló fẹ́ sọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni mo sọ o ní sọ story bàdàn ṣe wá ṣe tán Senator Bayo bá ṣe fi wá fẹ́ kúrò lọ́fíìsì yẹn àwọn kò ní bàjẹ́ wá working ẹ mọ àwọn panel tó set up tó ṣe endsars àwọn tó ṣe endsars tó ti Lagos State set up nígbà yẹn àwọn náà bá on our way out those panels Sister Dabira ó wà lórí TikTok tó máa ń ṣe Christian program she was a member of that panel they now walked in kò ní bàjẹ́ lórí burúkú táyé ẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́ bí àbàtì yìí tó mọ̀ òótọ́ tó dẹ̀ ń parọ́ kò ní bàjẹ́ was part of those people they now walked in they saw us they now said Liam they now carried Liam they said please don't leave wait for us downstairs torí ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad làwa náà ṣe wá but àwa family ti kọ́kọ́ dọ́dọ̀ bàbá káwọn tó débẹ̀ àwa lọ dúró dé wọn sálẹ̀ ìgbà tó wá ṣe tán wọ́n wá nítorí ẹ̀ làwọn ṣe wá pé àwọn ní panel tó set up fún endsars tán àwọn panel tó set up fún gbà yẹn Lagos State so wọ́n ṣàdé bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ibẹ̀ ni kò ní bàjẹ́ ti gba nọ́mbà mi for the first time ibẹ̀ ni mo ti meet everybody for the first time tí mo wá surprise pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí mídíà táwọn ti Àṣànà wá ń paint wrong narrative you not gonna rob me of that no I Títílayọ̀ Ògúnbáyọ̀ ni mo fa CEO yín Àṣànà lé Fálànà lọ́wọ́ tó dẹ̀ help ẹ̀dẹ̀ mi ó lẹ́ni you don't wanna give me that trophy I will pat myself on the back and say Títílayọ̀ Kàrímọ̀ Ògúnbáyọ̀ ọmọ ní ẹ̀jọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n tó fi ń bẹ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n ni ẹ kó ṣì dànù.
Karimo, please, can I ask you something? Ẹjọ́, ṣé mo lè ẹjọ́ mo ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ kí ní ìfọlọ́mù. Àtìgbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ bákan tó tẹ̀yìn àtàbúrò yìí ti wá ṣẹlẹ̀ tí mo mọ̀ pé bóyá ẹ ti máa ní one or two conversation pẹ̀lú Sam Falana. Is there anything tó sọ or any bóyá bí àwọn points kọ̀ọ̀kan tó sọ nípa àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ Wùmí tó fi pé not fully pure pé the girl is not.
èmi ò lè dáhùn yẹn o ẹ lè bí mi nǹkan tọ́jú sọ́nà èmi lè dáhùn yẹn.
But why is the man still fighting against not doing DNA? So if you support him,
even though it's her right, she can choose to do it, she can choose not to do it. It's her right. So bàbá ló máa mọ bó ṣe máa compel ẹ̀ tó fi máa ṣe or bó ṣe máa enforce maybe compelling or enforcement tó fi máa ṣe but it is still within her right tí ò bá fẹ́ ṣe kò lè ṣe. So I'm being neutral right now. Sure you get.
Yes, yes.
So there is a way to only if enforce under the law. Baba can go for it. So by the former compelling, he can do that too. But it's still within her rights if she wants to do it or not. Still whoever shall say me no more decide okay, I want to do it and I don't want to do it. So bí mo ṣe máa dáhùn yẹn.
Last question before I go. Okay. Ẹ mọ̀ pé ká fi ọ̀rọ̀ náà lẹ̀. Ṣé rí ọ̀rọ̀ DNA yìí? Ó ti drag.
Tó bá jẹ́ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ DNA, a lè kọ́
lọ́nà. Ó ní nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ ẹ̀jọ̀. Ẹ mọ̀ pé gbogbo ala ní family. there are some things tó yẹ kí tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ even kan tẹ̀ sọ pé law yẹn ó favour ẹni yẹn pé kó má ṣe nǹkan báyẹn but àwọn family wọn á wò pé for their family name sake pé àwọn fẹ́ clarification nǹkan tí mo wá fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni
pé ṣé any question bàbá lè under the law.
No, I'm not talking about the law now. I'm not talking about the law, madam.
Wait, even us as individual, requesting for someone else's DNA is against the law.
Madam,
I'm going to be neutral right now.
Yes.
You have no right to see anytime. Hold on, please. Anytime sorry, ọ̀tá mi ni èmi àti ẹ̀ ò rẹ́ right now. Àjọrẹ́. But that doesn't mean pé màá ignore the fact. Under the law, I don't have a right to ask for someone else's DNA. I don't have the right. Tó bá jẹ́ same country ní kò gbẹ́nu mi láti sọ. You can approach your pé go and do the DNA of your child. Ó lè sue me. Family ọkọ ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin pé mi kì í sọ̀rọ̀ lọ bí DNA. Family ọkọ ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní right. For an individual outsider doesn't have the right to ask her. Please, law is law.
I understand you, madam. I understand you. What I'm trying to say, I'm not talking about law. You understand me?
Mr. Irish, are you talking about morals or what are you talking about, Chris?
First of all, good morning, Mommy J. How are you?
Good morning, Mom Sinko.
Everybody, well. Good morning, Senator. How are you?
Good morning, Ma.
I'm not Ma, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Ẹ má ṣì mí gbọ́ comment section. Mo ní family ọkọ ẹ̀ ní right láti béèrè. Bàbá ní right láti béèrè. Ẹ má ṣì mí gbọ́ torí yẹn lẹ máa gbé mi. But me or someone else tó jára ta ò ní right láti bí. Ẹbí ọkọ ẹ̀ ní right. Tí ò bá dẹ̀ dá wọn lóhùn kí bàbá lo tó bóyá òfin àbí nǹkan tán bá fẹ́ fi petition ẹ̀ kàn lò. But me as an outsider, I'm not going to request for it because it's against the law.
Can you talk
But family mommy àti family daddy Wummi, is there any way tí family daddy Wummi àti family mommy Wummi ṣé wọ́n ti sọ fún Wummi pé kó lọ ṣe DNA yẹn tó refuse?
Lọ máa bá ṣe.
Àwọn ó yẹ káwọn pípù yẹn wò pé orúkọ àwọn ló bá ṣe.
Lọ máa bá ṣe. Kí family rẹ̀ lọ máa bá ṣe.
Òpònú ni ẹ̀ náà, òpònú ni ẹ̀. Àmọ́ bí tó ṣe wà, àmọ́ yẹn tó jẹ. Ọmọ tí ò tó lójú orí ló ń kàn tí ẹ̀ ló wá ń wá sí platform káàkiri tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ látàlẹ́.
Ta ló fẹ́ láríṣì náà? Nítòkò lọ máa ṣe.
Ọmọ 18 years. Àwọn parents yìí lè sọ̀kọ̀ tẹ́ máa ṣe fún
olórí gbèsè.
Once you are above 18.
Ẹlẹ́ni bẹ́lẹ̀bẹ́lẹ̀.
On this issue of DNA, can I make my opinion known?
Yes, sir. Go ahead,
now,
sir.
By law, the two people who can ask for DNA is the father of a child or somebody who is laying claim to that child. By law, if a father of a child felt okay, this child does not belong to me, I want a DNA, the wife cannot object by law. If somebody outside said this child belongs to me, and I want to test if this child belongs to me, the person is laying a claim to that child. The woman does not have any right to object. He must go to the DNA to go and prove that the child does not belong. Now, when I talk about extended family, the extended family, now this is where the court will now come in because now it is a controversy. Does a father-in-law or a mother-in-law or the other or brother or sister have right to ask their wife about the DNA? That is where the court will now decide for the first time in Nigeria to ask or to see if a father-in-law can ask a daughter, is it daughter-in-law or wife-in-law to go and do DNA. Now, what the court will now ask, which they're going to establish is, okay, daughter-in-law, what the court will now ask is, was there any issue of paternity disagreement between your son and his wife when he was alive? If the father-in-law can prove that in the court with evidence that yes, there is, then the court will now ask, okay, what's the substantive truth? If we don't do this, is it going to affect you as a father-in-law? If father-in-law can say yes, because there's a property in question, and we don't want to give a property out to somebody who we are having a doubt about the paternity, in that regard, the court can give a go-ahead that, okay, in this regard, the father-in-law will prove a case against you, that while his son was alive, he was doubting the paternity of that child. But we that are spectators, okay, let me land. We that are spectators, no matter how, look, can I land, please? We that are spectators, no matter how emotionally attached we are, no matter how emotionally we are, we can't demand for anybody's DNA. I can't go and meet Mommy J now and said, as I'm looking at you, your son look like somebody, you must do DNA. In fact, she can sue me for accusing her that probably the son does not belong to the husband. The husband can also sue me for that as well. So I think on this regard, we need to understand this, that in the case of father-in-law asking for DNA, it has not been proven in Nigerian courts. Mohbad case will be the first. And the judge are going to weigh the facts before them and check that if we grant this, will it now become a case going forward that a father-in-law can just wake up and say, I want to know if the children you have for my son belong to my son. So while we are in for or against, we should also consider the fact that whatever comes out of it, any one of us can be a victim tomorrow. If the court say yes, definitely tomorrow my father-in-law can just come and say, hey, this child, my daughter gave to you, I'm doubting it. I don't think you own them. I want a DNA to be done, and the DNA will be done. So that's just my own opinion about the DNA issue.
So especially at the absence of his son. Especially at the absence of his son. So the father-in-law is representing his son in this part now, in the case of Mohbad, because Mohbad is deceased. So I feel like under the law, they will make it, I feel like it's going to be a law now with some, how do I put it? Okay, bóyá tí bàbá ọmọ yẹn ò bá sí mọ́, ẹni tó bá wà ní next position tó lè béèrè fún, then they should put it in law now.
J, do you believe that, Senator, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this question, Senator, relax a bit. Do you believe that when Mohbad was alive, he said to Wummi, what is the secret behind this fine boy? Yes or no? She Mohbad no talk am. What is the secret behind this fine boy?
Okay, so you think a judge or a lawyer we take that as a concrete evidence? She can as well say he was just joking. What is the secret behind this fine boy? Does that mean he said he was a bastard? He never said that. That's not an evidence. I saw that narrative and I was laughing. Exactly. Even though Temi Ateni Inja, exactly. Àwọn kan mi wà tó jẹ́ pé no, kò make sense. What's the story behind this fine boy? Báwo nìyẹn ṣe wá sọ pé ó pè lọ́mọ àlè nínú fídíò yẹn? You think a lawyer will honor that or a judge will honor that as an evidence? No. You have no rights. Bí mo ṣe jẹ́ family ẹ̀ tó, mi ní right láti sọ pé kó lọ ṣe DNA ọmọ ẹ̀, ó lè sue mi. Àwọn family ọkọ ẹ̀ wọ́n lè béèrè, wọ́n dẹ̀ máa wò lọ́dà òfin tó bá force under òfin ní Nàìjíríà tí ó bá dẹ̀ sí, ó lè jórí wọn ló ti máa kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀. Yorùbá ní tí ò bá nídìí, obìnrin kì í jẹ́ kúmólú. Ìdí dẹ̀ ti wà nìyẹn, so kúmólú dẹ̀ ti máa ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn, ó lè jórí wọn ló ti máa kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀. That is not a concrete evidence. Let's be guided, please. I'm talking based on the law. So am I do I run see any Karimo to support Wummi? No. I'm mo wà nínú ìjọba.
Because I do watch paternity courts in the US
paternity
all the time.
Courts.
And I always see that
Judge Judy.
Mama watch it, Dada. So
Judge Judy, no, Dada.
Judge Judy. And I have not really seen where a father-in-law come. But maybe in Nigeria, they can establish that, and that will be a new case.
Even the father-in-law, if you look at the Nigeria Constitution, it is there. But I don't know what's going to happen in this case. Even the father-in-law part, it's slime. Because I looked it up, I Googled it, I checked the Nigeria Constitution. I saw what is there. Nigeria Constitution so question. It's just, if you want to accuse someone of something, you want to fight someone with something, go and look, make sure you have your facts. Facts in one. So I won't wake up today, of course, but I will never say that, because she can sue me for that, even though I'm a family member. Family member evidence. But without the evidence, even as a family member, I have no right to tell her to go for DNA. She can sue my ass.
Nice talking with everyone. I appreciate you.
Yeah, same here. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Good night, everyone. It's 3 o'clock here.
Sir, Daddy, DNA is a must, and DNA is the motive of mobile death. Yes or no?
Hey, brother, see all this question you're asking me. I'm not a judge to decide. And if you say DNA is a motive, I don't understand what you mean by motive. Because anything you are still talking about is see what you are going to prove in court. And that's what all of us have been saying, that if I accuse you of not being the father of or the child of your father, that's an accusation. If I tell you that, okay, your mom gave birth to somebody who is not your father, I have to prove that in court, and I have to bring an evidence. So that's what we are saying here, that fine, we may be emotionally attached to this case, but we are just outsiders. We are just observers. We don't have any say in this case. Only Baba Mohbad has a case to establish, which will be determined by the courts. That's just the truth.
Prince, let me answer your question this way. As an outsider, as a stranger, do you know you also have a right to request for DNA from Wummi? Do you know why you have the right? If you have an evidence, you can say it to her front. Tí Mohbad bá sọ fún ẹ kó tó kú, tó dẹ̀ fi evidence wọ̀n, you can challenge Wummi as a stranger, as a citizen of Nigeria. Bó o ṣe ní concrete evidence lọ́wọ́, as a good citizen of Nigeria, since tí Mohbad ti kú tí ò lè challenge Wummi, you can approach the judge, Koni. You have evidence. She has to conduct a DNA. Then they will reason with you. But without that, my dear brother, you don't have the right. I'm sorry. Under the law.
Good night, everyone. God bless you all.